I know it has something to do with like your saturation level. Like I don't know. Oh, wow! That is so much damage. Hey guys, this is Killadave, and as you can see, we are now in 1.9. So I've updated the world. We are now in Minecraft 1.9. We got shields, we got dual wielding. As you can see, I can switch it up. So I mean, the first thing I wanted to do in this episode real quick is just check out some of the new things in 1.9 and show you guys just in case some of you don't know what's changed. So I mean, obviously guys, dual wielding. So I mean, I can dual wield whatever I want. So I can have like, pork chops and a sword. So I'm slicing away and then I'm eating pork chops the next second. So it's super cool. Like I mean, I don't know what you could really use it for. I don't know, maybe you have redstone, you're placing redstone, but you also want to make sure you can defend yourself. It's super cool. I'm really stoked to have it, and the shield is definitely a cool addition in my opinion. When you're fighting skeletons, you can just block, and you actually block the arrows, which I think is super awesome. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys notice, every time I take out my sword, it takes a while for it to like come all the way up on the screen. It's not like instant. This is because there's actually a cooldown on attacking, so you can still spam click, but it greatly reduces the damage. Like you see that it took like 2 hits with to kill just a chicken, but with a diamond sword that has sharpness 4 on it. So if we go, let's just go on a normal chicken. You'll see if I don't, like if I'm not spam clicking, it does a lot more damage. And it also does like a sweep attack, so I'll hit more than one here. You'll see. So it's super cool. I really like that swing attack. It's really awesome. I mean, it's useful with fighting mobs because now since you can't spam click, it's much harder to fight like 2 mobs at once. You have to like go like this. So the sweep attack is definitely very nice. Now the other thing that's changed that I want to check out real quick is they've added, well they haven't added, they fixed boats, quote unquote fixed boats. So as you can see, it's got paddles. They changed the whole look of it, and I just want to go test it out. So I'm sure most of you guys know before the update, boats were not the best. You kind of just sat in them. It didn't really look like you were doing anything to move the boat. But B, if you hit anything, you hit a squid, you hit a lily pad, you hit the wall, you would just get completely knocked off and your boat would be destroyed. So it was never very useful. It was never very fun. I mean, it was definitely useful at times, but it wasn't fun because you just break it and you're like, well, now I don't have a boat. So they completely revamped it, changed it, and changed the way that you actually use it. I'm not entirely sure how you use it, but I think the controls are just slightly different. So I'm just going to throw this boat down over here and we're just going to test it out real quick. So as you can see, it does have paddles now. So you actually, okay. So it has nothing to do with where you look. That's the new thing. So if I press forward, I go forward. If I go to the side, I just turn. If I go to the other side, I turn. So it's much easier to control actually, in my opinion. And you can see I can run into walls, I can do whatever, and it doesn't break. So it's super nice. And then if you get here, you can shift off of it, and then you can just get it back. So it's awesome that they fixed that, guys. Some of the other things they added is like tipped arrows. So there's a whole new thing of tipped arrows. There's also lingering potions. We're not quite at that stage yet where I can make potion effects, so I can't really show that off just yet. A quick update actually on the iron farm. We are getting tons of iron. We definitely will have enough by the next episode to get, I've been emptying it, so there's not a lot in there right now, but I have been emptying it, and there's a bunch over in my base, so we will have enough to build that sorting system in the next episode. They've also added a new mob, and they've completely revamped the end. So, I mean, we're not there yet, so we obviously won't see that, but since I haven't gone there yet, it will be the new 1.9 end once I get there. So, I'm definitely excited to check that out, and I'll be checking it out the first time here. I don't think I'll ever go in it in a different world before I do in this one. So that's super awesome. They also added some new dungeons, like a snow igloo that has a dungeon underneath it. And they also changed like the loot tables of everything. So I think for right now, I kind of just want to, play around with the game a little bit, play around with the combat, maybe bring you guys back if I'm fighting some guys. I just want to test it out a little bit and see if I see anything cool, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've been walking around a little bit, and I actually found out something I thought was pretty cool. So normally when you look at a map, it's it's down there, and then if you look down in the game, you look down at the map. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But then what I was actually doing is I have my shield, and if you go to your map, you actually hold it up like that. So I think that is actually really cool. The fact that like it's like a small map, but like it still works as a map, so it doesn't take as much of the screen. You don't have to keep looking down. So I think that's really cool that you can explore with it like that. So I just wanted to bring you guys over and show you that. And then another quick update on the iron farm. The one thing that I've noticed that we have to do really quickly is what's been happening is iron golems have been coming through, and since there's a pretty not pretty big, it's not a huge drop. Since there's a nice drop between here and there, some of them have been able to land here and then fall down. So I think what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to put glass on all of this, just so that doesn't happen. So when they fall through, they fall straight into the lava, and there's no chance of them coming out of it and me having to kill them. So what I've been doing is I've actually been killing them with a bucket of lava, because I don't want to hit them, because then they'll fight back and I will probably lose, especially since it's 1.9. But as you can see, it is getting nighttime right now, so I'm really excited, and I want to show you guys some of the combat. I mean, it's definitely changed quite a bit. So they've actually improved the AI of a lot of the mobs. So for instance, for skeletons, if you use line of sight and you like got behind like a tree or something, before it would just walk straight towards you and like come around the tree and like come to you in your face. And like, I mean, it's pretty silly for the skeleton to do that, because then it loses its range and then you can just hit it. But what it does in 1.9 actually now is it actually, what the heck? Oh, okay, I still got it. I thought it broke. What they actually do now is they can like walk sideways. So they actually like will strafe side to side. So if you like go around like a tree, it'll like walk just sideways, so then it can see you. So it's like they got much smarter. Wow, that was actually the perfect amount of glass. So they've actually made it much harder. I think I want to be able to catch this. I don't want this dirt to go into the hoppers. Okay, so I'm just going to head down real quick and we'll see if we can fight some mobs. Okay, here's one. So as you can see, you have to wait in between swings. So that guy wasn't that bad. Let's see if we can find a skeleton real quick. So, I don't really see any right now. Oh, and a quick update with what, like 1.9, what changes that brings. Ooh, what changes that will bring. So since I was using Optifine, they currently don't have that for 1.9 yet, so there's no Optifine. They did, or a person released like a updated version of the Faithful texture pack. So right now I'm actually running that. So you can see I still have the high definition texture pack on, but I do not have Optifine, so I don't have the zoom. I'm pressing that button right now, but you won't be able to see that obviously. So I don't have that, but I do still have the nice texture pack, so hopefully it still looks pretty good. There's actually some skeletons over there. As you can see, the other cool thing I thought is they hold their bow to their side, which I think is just like such a simple thing, but it just looks so much better. And like when they actually they'll actually draw their bow. So I think that's super cool. So let's see if we can take these guys out real quick. And actually, let's go like this. So watch. If I go like that, see how he just walks sideways? It's crazy. I'm so bad right now. Blocked. Got him. This guy's... I did pretty well on the other guy. Boom. So as you can see, like, I mean, I only fought 3 guys, and like, I actually lost, you know, quite a bit of health. So like, they've definitely like added a whole new element to this game, and it definitely makes the combat, in my opinion, a little bit harder. Now, I'm not quite sure what's happening. As you can see, I'm getting a little lag here, guys. I've never quite had that happen before. I mean, my computer normally handles this game really well and gets, you know, 60 FPS all the time. It looks like my frames is fine, but I'm getting a little tick lag. You can see there's... Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die. Run! Run! Oh! Alright. Oh, the other thing is they updated health regen, so when I eat this, I think my health should go up pretty fast. But because of lag, it didn't work. I'm not quite sure what's happening, guys. I'm gonna like restart the world real quick, and I'll be right back. I'm trying to figure out what's happening with this lag, so I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I just reloaded the world, and it seems to have fixed the lag problem for right now. I'm not quite sure what was causing that. Hopefully, it was just kind of a... Oh, I see that guy looking at me. Hopefully, it was just like a, you know, a one-time thing. I'm not... hopefully, it's not like a serious problem with that, because that could be really obnoxious. I might end up, I don't know, like having to roll back the thing if that happens more often, because I don't really want to play if that's the case. Hopefully that... Yeah, fight him, not me. Ooh, but that was really laggy. Yeah, it looks like it's super laggy. I'm not sure what's causing this, guys. If you look, we're still getting 30 FPS. Oh, that might be it. See that we're getting 30 FPS? That means my laptop's unplugged. I haven't really checked that. So I'm going to plug it in real quick. And let's even see if on camera that gives me a super performance boost. Oh, look at that. You see it all running perfectly smooth now. Guys, the power of plugging your computer. So, like I said in an earlier video, wow, that's amazing. Like I said in an earlier video, my laptop throttles the, you know, the graphics processing when it's unplugged because of, you know, battery life. So I have a pretty serious gaming laptop, and it can like blow through a battery. Like if you turn that setting off, like, I mean, it might have ran out while I was recording this episode. So it can just completely blow through a battery. So that's why I leave it on. But when you don't notice it, you can see how it really throttled it. So I'm glad we figured that out. I'm glad we don't have to reset it. It was just a little, you know, silly mistake on my part. But as you can see, the combat has gotten much more intense. But watch my health regen. You can see it, how it just goes up like crazy now. I'm not quite sure the mechanics of that or how it works. I know it has something to do with like your saturation level. Like, I don't know. Oh, wow. That is so much damage. Did you guys see that? That was absolutely ridiculous. Like, I had my shield up and everything. I swear I had like half health. That was crazy. So I think all the mobs actually got like a damage boost. So I like, wow. I'm just like, I'm impressed. Like, I'm not even upset. That was just plain old impressive. So I'm just gonna quickly run over there. Hopefully there's no skellies on the way. I'm fine with zombies. I can just run past them. But the skeletons have gotten much more dangerous, and I really do not want to have to run into any of those. So I'm just gonna quickly grab all my stuff. Wow, that creeper just totally got the better of me. So it looks like the one thing, I mean, the reason that happened is I I mean, normally I can kill creepers in 2 hits with that sword, so I guess I don't know if they nerfed the player damage a little bit, but it definitely. I mean, I think I hit it 3 times. I definitely hit it twice, but I thought I hit it 3 times and it still hadn't died yet. So definitely something to remember. Creepers are much better than they were, and I just have to be much more careful. So, guys, the one thing I want to do, oh, this is that one that lagged really bad. I was like, I don't remember this happening. The one thing that I want to do really quick is get more prepared for building our storage system. So, I don't think we'll be able to do it in this episode, guys, but I definitely. Oh, that was just. Whew. I thought I heard a little rustling. I guess it was just me walking on the dirt, but I could have sworn I was just about to get blown up again. So as you can see, my armor is super close to breaking. So I definitely want to make a new set of armor. Oh, and my sword's about to break as well. I really gotta. I think I'm also gonna make a new set of armor. But the one thing I want to do, and what I was just saying, is I want to get started, or not get started, but get prepared for working on that item storage system. So I'm still going to use my design that I showed in a few episodes ago. But what we have to do in order to do that, since all the sorting happens below ground, is we have to obviously dig out a big area below ground. So I'm going to go ahead and first I'm just going to get new armor and enchant it all up and fix all my tools and stuff. Oh, I only have 5 levels. That might be a problem. So I might just make because I don't think I'll even have enough. So I guess I'll just start digging. I'll probably have enough to repair this pick once or so. Oh, that's the one more thing they added in 1.9. They added 2 new enchantments. One is the Frostwalker's enchantment. So that one, as like the name suggests, it allows you to walk on water by turning it into frost. Kind of like if you've ever seen the movie Frozen. Elsa runs across the lake, and like as she's stepping, the water turns to ice, and then she can just walk on water, kind of thing. So it does that, and then like the ice like decays as you like walk away from it. So it's pretty cool. Not super useful, but cool nonetheless. But the other one, the one I really want to get into, is mending. So what happens is when you pick up experience, if you like your pickaxe, for instance, has mending on it, it'll pick it up and it'll actually repair the pickaxe using XP. So like you won't ever have to use an anvil anymore, and you won't run into the problem where like you're trying to repair a pick and it says it's too expensive. So it doesn't really matter anymore because you won't have to use the anvil to necessarily repair it. So that's definitely something I want to get into, but you can't get it off just like an enchanting table. You have to either find it in a dungeon, like a village chest, or a mine shaft chest, or like zombie spawner chest, so like a dungeon. Or I think you can also get it from fishing. So like a fishing farm might be something we want to get into, because I know there's a few designs out there for an auto fishing farm where like you can AFK at it and you fish. So definitely what I'm going to do right now. I mean, it's definitely something I want to get into, but not in this episode at least, because we got some other stuff to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start clearing out below here, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. So I'm just going to get to that, and then hopefully it doesn't take me too long, and hopefully I actually have enough levels to repair this thing, but I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm just mining up the last few blocks here. As you can see, the whole room is almost done, but I just wanted to bring you guys back just real quick, just to talk to you guys about a few things. So real quick, I mean, on 1.9 so far I am loving the dual wielding feature. Like, it is really cool. As you can see right now, I am using my pick in one hand, and then my off hand I actually have torches. So like while I'm mining, I can just right click and place down torches, which is just super convenient. The other thing I like putting there is pork chops. So like while I'm mining, I can just like, without having to switch my inventory, I can just eat and then I can keep mining. So it's like super convenient to have that second hand and have the offhand slot. But guys, as you can see, I have just mined the last blocks and I have cleared out a huge area underground. So the machine itself is actually 5 tall, and it actually sticks out by 8. It is a very long build, but it sticks out by 8 that way. So as you can see, we've dug out wider than the base, and it is just as long as the base. So now we definitely have the area ready, so we will be able to build this in the next episode. Now, as you can see, I did have to repair my pick once. It was surprising. It was actually only 3 levels to repair my entire pick. You can see, guys, my storage system, it definitely needs a revamp. This is ridiculous. But it actually only cost 3 levels to repair the pick, which was very surprising. But I think they did alter something in 1.9 about how much it costs to repair things in an anvil. So it's definitely awesome that it only costs that much. So it wasn't very hard to get going. The other thing I just really quickly wanted to briefly mention about 1.9. Let's do some farming while I'm talking. I mentioned that it means I won't have Optifine at least for a while, and that is also true with the replay mod. So, well, actually, can we turn down? That was actually very loud. I think that is it player? I think it's blocks. Better. All right, so the replay mod was actually a mod for 1.8. So we won't be able to do those super cool time lapses that, I mean, I think turn out pretty well. I haven't gotten much feedback on them, but I think they looked good. But we won't be able to get those now because we're in 1.9. Now, I still will want to do some time lapses. I really enjoy doing them, but we're just gonna have to do them in a bit of a different way. So, I mean, I think what we're gonna have to do now is I do have access to a second Minecraft account, so I'll just be able to log that person in. You know, I'll open this single player world to LAN, so I'll be able to, you know, log in on this world with the other account, and that means that I will be able to put it in spectator mode, and then it can just fly around, and it can like spectate me, and I'll have like moving panorama shots. So they won't be as like intense and like moving around and curvy and well cinematic views of whatever I'm building. They won't quite be like that, but I will be able to get some form of time lapse still going, but they won't quite be there. I don't know how long it will take for 1.9 to for the replay mod to give 1.9 support, but I'm sure it will happen eventually. I mean, I can't imagine it not. It's a really popular mod, so I mean, it'll happen before we know it. So that's just one more thing that will change in 1.9. So I don't have Optifine right now, and I also do not have I won't have the replay mod, so I won't be able to do the time lapses. But right now, guys, I'm just gonna get my inventory sorted out a little bit more, and as you can see, I had to put more chests up. But I'm just gonna get my inventory set up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, as you can see, I've cleaned out and sorted up my inventory. It is much better now. And unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for coming out and watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. We didn't get a huge amount done, but we definitely explored some of the 1.9. We dug an absolutely ginormous area down here. I mean, if you look down here, it is just huge. So this means that next episode we'll be able to get that sorting system done. We also got, you know, Shield updated to 1.9. It was a huge update. A lot of things changed. So next episode, first off, I definitely want to get this thing built. I don't know how long that'll take or how much of the video that will take, but definitely want to get this built. And the next thing I want to do is maybe run around and try and explore a few things from 1.9. You know, maybe try and find some of the new dungeon stuff. Maybe even get a mending. That'd be super awesome. As you can see, this pick is already at like half health. But the one thing I wanted to ask you guys is, you can put banner designs on your shield, and I think that would be really cool to have a banner design on my shield. So I was gonna ask you guys to, you know, make some banner designs and send them to me. You know, either put a link in the comments or just send them to a personal message to me. So I'll put a link to a really cool website, in my opinion, that allows you to create banners, and it just like, you click this color, this pattern. You can like create the banners, and then it tells you how to actually craft the banners, in game. So that'll allow you to make some really cool designs. So I'm reaching out to you guys. I want you guys to, build a really cool design that we can put on our shield. So I'll put that link to the website down in the description. So just try and make a design, try it out. I'll accept any designs. Try and avoid using the ones with like a creeper head or something, because those are things I can't really get. I mean, if you really must, you can probably use the one with the wither skeleton skull. I can probably get an extra one just for the banner. But thank you guys so much for watching again. If you really liked it, think about dropping a like. And if you haven't already, think about subscribing so you can watch more of my videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time.